Make sure you tap that bell so you never miss a video. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Big Fry. Shout out to the Fry Nation. Guys, I want to talk about SCUM. This is a game that I've been kind of waiting to do some coverage on until we got a lot more information in regards to like the release date and then when we can expect to get our hands on it and stuff. We still don't have that, but they did just release a video discussing their like tactics, skills, and we're gonna get into it in a little bit because this is the first time that I've seen a feature that I don't actually agree with in the game. So SCUM is a open world prison survival game. It's a little weird. The way I understand it is it's almost like The Condemned. You guys remember that movie with Stone Cold Steve Austin?
Game on.
Where a bunch of prisoners are on an island and it's just about survival. But I don't think it's like a battle royale type game. I think it's like a persistent survival game. There's skills that you can level up. There's a lot of stuff that you can do in terms of your character and the customization. They've shown videos in the past where if your character gains weight from eating and you don't like run around and you don't like, you can get fat, and that actually affects like combat and the way you hold fucking weapons, and everything is like, if you think of something logically in real life in terms of how you could interact with a weapon or an item, it's like pretty much in the game in terms of just like how many different skills and attributes your character can keep. And there's a lot of video content on this. They dropped a video talking about the weapons and the combat, and basically saying how if you put points into strength, it actually changes the recoil on your rifle, so like you can fucking hold the rifle more steady. The game up until a couple of days ago was like on my top of the list. Like, I'm ready for this fucking game to come out, and like I'm still excited, but we're gonna get into some of the stuff that I do have issues with. But the way that they're handling skills and abilities, like this feels like a true like RPG shooter, if that makes sense. And I just want to get in. I just want to play it so fucking bad. I've been waiting, and then they just dropped a video here the other day talking about 4 new skills, which is stealth, camouflage, awareness, and tactics. And this video is the first time that I've felt that they're taking missteps with this project. If you guys want to go check out the project, the link is going to be down in the description below. But I want to talk about this because I feel like we've been talking a lot about third person and first person and which one's better, obviously with the PUBG community. And then we have these guys trying to fix the problem of third person versus first person, and I don't know if they've nailed it like 100%. Basically, they're trying to give like no longer give an unfair advantage to a third person, which I can respect. A lot of people complain and bitch when games that do both perspectives, the third person obviously has an advantage. Now with this one, the way they're doing it is you can't see characters over like walls or around walls unless you first see them in first person. So in the video here, you can see that he sees these characters running, he takes a look at them in first person, and then he can see them for a little bit when he switches back to third, and then they just disappear. And I'm seeing this, and like I get it, like on paper how that would actually be a decent idea, but just seeing it play out, I'm just not a fan. It just, to me, it just doesn't look like a proper fix for this issue. And it is a large issue for a lot of players, don't get me wrong. I just don't see how this is like, it just, to me, it just looks awkward. It looks like, I get why they want to do third person and first person, I get it, but if you're gonna do a fix like this, I feel like you just need to do either first or third person and just eliminate shit like this. They're talking about like advanced equations to handle how like players will disappear on your screen. Like, just fuck it, like just do third or first and make the game like that instead of doing all this extra shit. Like, it just doesn't look good. It doesn't even make any sense. And then on top of that, they move into the tactics skill, which to me is fucking ridiculous. I get it that it's an RPG, it's tactics, but when you're talking about playing against other players, this is basically a prediction of the opponent's next move. So as you level your tactics skill, you're able to then see players through walls, and you can see it here. The player's like walking up the tower, the wall is in between him, and he's still able to like track him with the outline, which I mean it's essentially just wall hacks. And I understand like tactics steal, but like even if you're going the realistic route, even in the real world, nobody would ever be able to have that ability. You know what I mean? So if we're talking realistic, like what is this? Now they have the awareness skill, which I think is actually really sweet. You're able to like see people crawling in grass just a little bit like further away than players who don't have the skill, and I think that's actually a fucking dope idea. Is it an advantage? Absolutely, but it's not an unrealistic advantage like seeing people walk around buildings through walls. They also solve the problem of, like, if you guys have ever played H1Z1 or Battlegrounds, where you're sitting in a bush far away and the game doesn't render the bush in for players that are kind of like a distance away from you, and all they see is you sitting in the fucking bush. So what they do is they have the camouflage skill, and I actually don't know how I feel about this, but if you're kind of farther away and you're laying in dense foliage, you can activate your camouflage, which basically makes you invisible. So if a player's looking at you, you're invisible. He can't fucking see you until you change stances, and then your camouflage terminates. Now this is like, I get it. They're trying to solve a lot of problems that survival games and battle royale games suffer from, but invisibility cloaks, yeah, like I just don't know how I feel about it. The other ones I feel very strong on. This one, I gotta see how it plays. I really have to see how much of an advantage that actually is. They're experimenting. There's a lot of features that are being put into place here that are combating a lot of the problems that we've seen in past games. I just don't know how all of these are going to play, to be honest with you. I need to get my hands on this game because there is like I said, there's a lot of new stuff that is coming to the table here. I'm excited to try it. I'm excited to see how well it all actually works. Maybe all of this stuff is amazing and it solves every fucking problem. I don't know. They're scary. It's scary thoughts when it comes to survival games and shit like that. A lot of features being changed. I want you guys to leave a comment down below and let me know what you guys think of some of the features that we've shown off in this video. Again, there's a lot more videos. You just search up SCUM on Twitter or on YouTube and you can find a whole bunch of gameplay talking about different features that they're bringing to the table. I'm curious to know what you guys think. This is interesting. This is an interesting one. I'm very, very skeptical at this point. Up until this last video came out, I was feeling pretty good about it, but these feature changes, they're, like I said, they're scary. So I want to know what you guys think. Leave a comment down below. Use the keyword SCUM, hashtag that shit down below. Let me know you guys made it to the end of the video. If you guys want to check out the Patreon, the link is down in the description below. It supports the channel, supports me, and allows me to cover some of the games on the channel. Thank you guys for watching. My name is Big Fry. Shout out to the Fry Nation, and I'll see you on the next one.